2, 3.
Hey guys, this is Easebomb with you here today, and I'm bringing you another video on some Clash Royale. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking to you about the fundamentals of a good deck. So a little disclaimer out there, there is no perfect deck. You can have a good deck, but you cannot have a perfect deck. Everything has its counter. It's just a matter of your draw, your skill, yes, the cards you have, but the cards the other person has as well determines how easy it will be for you to win. There's always a possibility you can win, but it just depends on how easy it will be. Okay, so I'm going to run you through my deck and how my deck works. So I have 2 offense towers, only two offense cards. And they come up pretty quickly because once you use them, you just use 4 more, and everything's really cheap. So I think one of the biggest tips I can give anyone is try and get their average elixir cost as low as possible. Because if you face someone with an average elixir cost of like 5, you can just absolutely spam the crap out of them with these little troops, and it will just overrun them really quickly. Because most things that are, high elixir are very tanky or things like that. So that's just how it is. Okay, so yeah, average elixir cost as low as possible. And then I have 5 defense/offense cards. So all of my cards that I have on defense can all be used on offense as well, which makes this deck extremely powerful. Not the perfect deck, and it won't win every time, but it makes it extremely powerful. So if you don't have these cards, like if you do have these cards, I definitely recommend using them. But if you don't, you just need to bring in those fundamentals. So a tank, so if you don't have the giant, use the knight, Valkyrie, what else is there? Giant skeleton if you haven't got it. Mini P.E.K.K.A's not really much of a tank. And then you can use other things, just barbs. Barbs are a real tank. They're 412 hit points each, well mine are. You got 4 of them, so that's a pretty full-on tank. So you can use anything like that, and then you want to follow it up by a ranged high damage dealer. So the witch isn't a high damage dealer, but the reason I like her is because she's splash, as well as has these skeletons. So when someone drops a skeleton army, all I need is a few spear goblins to back them up. Don't need a bomber or anything. And I can sort that skeleton army out in a matter of seconds, and next thing you know, it's not looking good for the opposition. Because their only hope is that skeleton army. So sometimes I'll bring a musketeer instead of the minion horde, but I've decided to go the minion horde of late, and it's doing well. So the musketeer is a really good one for if you don't have the witch. So if I were to swap anything into this deck from my witch, I would definitely use musketeer, because it's ranged and it has really high damage. Actually, I didn't like it at the start when I first started playing, but then I sort of saw how it was used, and I realised that it's actually not bad. It has reasonable health and quite good damage, but it is 5 elixir, so it is quite pricey. Okay, well, another thing that you want in your deck is a bit of splash damage. So or mass damage, as I like to call it. That's my term for it, where you have heaps of little troops. So that's 2 archers, 3 goblins, 3 spear goblins, 6 minions, and then I have my splash defense, which is a baby dragon. So you really want, if you don't have splash for taking care of someone rushing you with, a lot, you can counter what they send you with what they send you. So say they rush you with heaps of goblins, spear goblins, archers and all that, you can counter them just by sending that back at them, and then maybe follow it up with a baby dragon. And the thing that's so good about this army is you always have elixir to be spending. That's what's just absolutely golden. Always got elixir, and I think that is a very big winning factor. So we're going to get into this replay. So this is a replay of me using my deck. It was a 3-1. So I got a pretty bad draw. If you look at my draw down the bottom, that is a pretty bad draw. Like, to be honest, not the best. But we roll with it anyway. So drop down just my little kill squad, as I like to call it. Got my tanks and then my range behind. Same fundamentals. So they're defense troops that I just used. But I just used them to get 400 damage off of that tower. And then Baby Dragon as my splash. And the good thing about defending is you have the crown towers to help you. So a Baby Dragon, which has had health taken out of it, can actually take out this other Baby Dragon because it had the crown towers helping you. Okay, so now I'm going to rush with my strategy as I'd saved up elixir. And I think I'm going to throw some goblins in. And then some spear goblins in. Maybe. Yes. So, bam, that's a crown tower gone. That is basically my strategy. And then defense is basically the skill of it. Okay, then I drop down some archers. I think I let him get this other crown tower because I know that I'm going to get his king's tower, so I just go really hard on it. Well, that doesn't work out. Okay, no, so then I redo it because I've already used 4 cards, so I've got my offensive army back. Okay, so I don't follow through. I just wait. So I don't know why I dropped my Baby Dragon. That was a bad idea. But that's what I did. So, really, that was a little bit of poor play there by me. I shouldn't have dropped that Baby Dragon, but I did. That's what happened. So, just got to go with it. It ended up taking out everything anyway. So now I dropped in some spear goblins just to take a few more hits off. Drop in some archers. They take out that bomber, no worries. Get 1 shot off. And then he gets my crown tower down. And look what's in my army. So I have the giant and the witch there. So for some reason I go down with the Baby Dragon. Probably because it's only like 2 shots. Okay, was that distraction? Yeah. Bam. Oh, he arrows them. Very well played by him. But now, I think I arrow the rest of it. Yeah, that was a cheapie. But I reckon I could have got that anyway by dropping giant and witch down. Okay, so that was basically the fundamentals of my attack. So, yeah, that's my deck in a nutshell. So, if you want to use the same deck as me, go for it. It is a good deck. I highly recommend it. But all you need to do is implement those fundamentals. And a card like the Inferno Tower can be used instead of one of these others as a defense. But they are strictly defense, which is annoying. That's probably why Expo is better. Because they're a defense and an offense if you're going to use the tower. But I prefer to use troops. Okay, well that's going to be all for this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. If you're new to my channel and somehow found it, please subscribe. And I'm out.